Russell Brand is an English comedian, actor, radio host, passionate activist for mental health and drug rehabilitation, and author of several best-selling books. The book, Recovery, Freedom from Our Addictions, is his interpretation of the Alcoholics Anonymous 12-step program, which has given him freedom from all addictions. The author shares honestly and emotionally his own experience in the long struggle with his addictions: heroin, alcohol, sex, fame, and food. Please subscribe to our channel and like this video if you find it useful. And check the video description for our recommendation on useful resources. The reader may think this book is for addicts only, but the author claims it is for everyone. Addiction is a condition when natural biological imperatives like the need for food, sex, relaxation, or status become prioritized to the point of destructiveness. According to Russell Brand, consumerism and materialism are creating a culture of addiction, and we all are on the scale somewhere, because we are kept there by the age we live in. The 12-step program is a simple system, made up of timeless principles for managing your inner life, so that you can deal with reality. It will make your life first manageable and then beautiful. In the book, the author explains how we can overcome our destructiveness and oppressive habits, be liberated from tyrannical thinking, and move from the invisible inner prison of addiction to a new freedom in the present. The book consists of 13 chapters. 12 of them correlate to the 12 steps, and each chapter ends with exercises to help the reader understand how to work the step. The first 3 steps are about admitting that you have a problem and that you need outside help. We are invited to admit that we are using some external thing, a relationship, a drug, or a behavior as the power that makes our lives livable. By admitting we are powerless over whatever it is, we are saying we need a new power. According to the author, what all addicts have in common is the presence of pain. A pain in the leg means don't put pressure on this leg. A pain in the mind means change the way you live. The impulse that makes a child eat too much chocolate is the same as the one that leads a person to heroin addiction. They use external resources to medicate because they feel uneasy inside. The addiction is the dominant power and it rules people's choices. But what will happen if you accept that there is a greater power than you, and it can guide you to a new way of being? This higher power can be God as you understand Him. Steps 4 through 8 are about your past, where your problems originated. You should do an inner search and make a fearless moral inventory of yourself, an inventory of feelings that are muddled and misunderstood, and form a matrix of discontent that in the addict's personality led to destructive behaviors. The author thinks that writing them down brings unconscious behavior to light and rewrites your past. At this point, you have to let go of your opinion of how other people, places, and things ought to be. You accept that the world is the way it is, but you can change yourself. Then you share your inventory, your wrongs, with God, yourself, and other human beings. Russell Brand explains that seeing a pattern of repetitive behaviors that dominate his life was enlightening. It was a great revelation to learn that his problem was not alcohol, heroin, bulimia, or sex, but a twisted system of beliefs brought on by trauma and shame. For him, it was the end of the loneliness and isolation. As he claims, the opposite of addiction is correction. In our addictive behaviors, we are trying to achieve the connection. The author identified 20 resentments that characterized his problems and read them to 3 different people. Then he started identifying the defects of character, because defective behaviors lead to pain, and we must be willing to let go of them entirely. In his opinion, the core of the addictive condition is self-centeredness. All the addicts think about is what they want. Only after they feel humility can they ask themselves how to be useful to other people and prepare for service. Steps 9 through 12 are about everyday life and fixing it. The author reveals that when he was in an active addiction, he was disconnected and used drugs, alcohol, technology, sex, food, domination, or some other external stimulant in order to reconnect. Now he is seeking a different kind of connection, wanting to be of service, patient, tolerant, and kind. When you start to drink, eat, spend, etc., you have lost your connection to the great power within you. There is something speaking to you, and you don't understand it because you have never listened to its language. His advice is spend time alone, write, pray, meditate. This is where we learn the language. The demands of the ego will never lead to anything other than suffering. Russell Brand admits that he used to think that happiness was merely distraction from the pain of disconnection. Following the program, he realized that to be happy, you must have a purpose, and it can't be sex, food, prestige, power, money, or pleasure. He finally discovered that he has to dedicate his life to helping others and to be loving in all areas of his life. The author has been able to stay clean since 2002 by regularly attending 12-step groups and by accepting the principle of living one day at a time. The program first got him free of drugs and alcohol, then it gave him a way to be a better man. The book, Recovery: Freedom from Our Addictions by Russell Brand is a courageous, healing, and uplifting book. Packed with British humor and personal stories, it gives sensible, non-preachy, and non-religious help to everyone trying to fight an addiction. But you don't need to be an addict to like this book. It guides you to learn more about yourself and encourages you to take a step towards a life of less drama and more happiness. Thank you for watching. Check out our channel for more videos like this. Tell us in the comments, what is your favorite book? Can't get enough of reading? Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/readandgrow1 and also on Twitter at twitter.com/readandgrow1.